The topic I chose for my issue tracking was Carnival Cruise Lines. Carnival is a part of the travel industry based out of Florida. I chose this topic because I had just booked a cruise with the company for my senior spring break trip and thought this would be a great industry to follow. It was probably just a few weeks out from my trip when Carnival experienced their first crisis with their ship Triumph. If you missed the news, the Carnival Triumph was stranded in the Gulf of Mexico, being pulled by other boats at 1 mile per hour. There were over 4,000 passengers on the ship who were not only stranded for days, but the ship's sewage system failed and started to back up, leaving passengers miserable. Here's another look at this crisis.
How many times can Carnival say they're sorry? The company's CEO apologized to the more than 3,000 passengers stranded aboard the Triumph.
And we obviously are very, very sorry about what is taking place.
In 2010, to the passengers on the Splendor.
And we are very, very sorry for the discomfort.
A year ago, an engine fire knocked out power on the Carnival's Costa Allegra off the coast of the Seychelles. Also in 2012, 32 people were killed when Carnival's Costa Concordia crashed off the coast of Italy. In this most recent incident, Carnival said it did not deliver on its promise to provide a great vacation.
We try very hard to do that all the time. It's obvious in this particular case, we did not deliver on that promise.
And some relatives of passengers are making a vow of their own.
I promise you, none of my family members that are on there will probably ever take another cruise.
The Triumph experienced an electrical problem with one of its alternators about a week ago, and another propulsion problem in January. But Carnival says those problems were fixed, passed inspection, and had nothing to do with the recent engine fire. Despite all of Carnival's recent troubles, maritime experts still have confidence in the line.
Unfortunately, I think with Carnival, this is just a bad coincidence for them that it's happened on 2 of their ships in this market. I've no reason to believe that Carnival is anyway not a first-class operator.
This brings us to Carnival's obvious issue, maintenance. From researching this company over the semester, it has come to my attention that maybe this company grew so fast and has so many ships that they don't know how to control it. The second area that Carnival showed weakness in was the communication. During the Triumph crisis, many families, especially parents, were wanting answers from the company, and Carnival failed to be transparent. During my tracking, I found a video on customers' reactions to the Triumph crisis. One father who had a daughter on the ship said that he tried connecting with Carnival's hotline and couldn't get through. He said he was very disappointed with their lack of communication. Let's take another look at a customer of Carnival and her experience with the company.
Hi, can you just tell us your name and major?
My name is Lauren, and my major is elementary education.
Awesome. Okay, and have you ever been on a Carnival cruise before?
Yes, I went on one this spring break for my first time.
And were you a little nervous going on that cruise, given the fact that Carnival's had some previous problems with some ships before that spring break trip?
Yeah, I was really nervous just with everything I heard in the media about them having problems. And my roommate was supposed to go on one, and it got canceled 2 days before, so we were definitely nervous.
And after your experience with Carnival on spring break, do you feel otherwise? Does that nervous still continue since they still kind of continue to have problems, or how do you feel now about the company?
I personally had a really good experience, so I feel okay. If I win another one, I don't know if I would book with Carnival just because of the other things that have happened, but overall it was a really good experience.
Awesome. Thank you, Lauren.
Thanks.
Lastly, Carnival had to ground another cruise the second time in 2 months. This time, the ship had to be docked because of another generator malfunction, yet another maintenance issue. Carnival also experienced other mechanical issues with the ships Dream, Legend, and Elation. These issues occurred the day before my cruise left New Orleans. Needless to say, I was extremely nervous. At this point in my tracking, I was questioning Carnival's overall reliability. Researching this topic was extremely easy because of all the recent mishaps Carnival experienced this spring. Some of my most successful findings were from CNN News and USA Today. Some recommendations I might have for future tracking would be to not only focus on the actual crises, but really on how Carnival plans on pulling them out of these rough waters. Overall, I was pleased with my personal experience with the company and I enjoyed tracking this topic.